Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here. I'm live on YouTube right now, and happy NFL draft season. Welcome to my channel. I'm about to do a mock draft of the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL draft is about 2 weeks away from today. It's going to be at, I think, 3 or 4. I know at 4. It always starts at 4 or 4 or 5, somewhere around there. I believe it's 4 or 5 or 5 o'clock. I think it's like 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time, live from Las Vegas. The Colts, here we go, man. This is where Chris Ballard makes his magic. We have 7 draft picks, including 2 comp picks, and I think Ballard's about to go on offense, go all offense. I see he just got a new quarterback and he has to protect him. So let's do this. Let's get this started. Let me just run down some of the things the Colts have been doing this offseason. They traded for Yannick Ngakoue from the Raiders, which I think was a great trade. They traded him for Rock Ya-Sin. Yannick is only 26 years old, so he's not even in his prime yet. I think he had like 8 sacks last season or 10 sacks. I think he had like 10 sacks last season. And that he's going to be a good. And Gus Bradley, they hired Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator. He's going to come in and run a better scheme than I think of it. In my opinion, is going to be better than Matt Eberflus is going to require our corners to play a lot of press man. And it's going to allow our defensive ends to get off the edge really quickly, which I think Kwity Paye is about to have a breakout season next season. There's also the what Yannick brings. You know, he brings that toughness to our defense. He was a nightmare for us when he was with the Jaguars, so he's going to come in and instantly make our defensive line better. We signed a couple of our own guys, Mo Alley Cox, Taekwon Lewis. Let a couple of guys go, Eric Fisher, Chris Reed, which a lot of people got on Ballard for, and they've been getting on Ballard all off season, man. And I'm a Chris Ballard defender. I don't give a damn, okay? I don't give a damn what nobody say. I'm a Chris Ballard defender. I think he's doing a marvelous job as the GM. And people say, oh, he doesn't spend enough. He doesn't go after big name free agents. Look at what the Rams do. First of all, the Rams, all their key guys they've drafted or traded for. They traded for Jalen Ramsey. Cooper Kupp, they drafted. Aaron Donald, they drafted. Matthew Stafford, they traded for. Van Jefferson, they drafted. I mean, all the key guys they drafted or traded for. They only signed and they traded Von Miller. I mean, it's not like they go out and dip in free agency like the Patriots did last year. What did that get them? One and done, man. I don't want to hear about Ballard is cheap and all that, and they calling him bargain bin Ballard and all that other stuff. I don't want to hear that, man. So let Ballard work his magic, man, and he's been doing special things for this team. So, and he's always say he wants to pay his own guy. So I expect Quentin Nelson to be re-signed, really, really soon. But, yes, we traded for Matt Ryan. So we didn't have a quarterback for like 12 days. And everybody was like, why we don't have a quarterback? Nobody's going to sign here. I believe Matt Ryan was their target for day one. I don't even believe they were even talking to Deshaun Watson or they reached out to him. It was a report that they reached out to Deshaun Watson, but the Texans said, no, I have no idea. But I'll say there was like a 30% chance they reached out for Deshaun Watson, and that may be too high. But I believe Matt Ryan was the guy that they wanted to target all along, because Matt Ryan, he almost threw for 4,000 yards. And yeah, he's older and stuff like that, but like I said, he still has a lot left in the tank, and I think he's going to bring. And I don't think I know he's going to bring a lot of experience, and he's going to bring leadership, experience, toughness, and he's a game-winning drive machine, man. He thrives in the game-winning moments. He's going to do the check downs. He's going to make the layups, something that Carson Wentz did not do. Carson Wentz was awful despite having thrown 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. It was the other stuff that he didn't do, and he's not a leader. And Matt Ryan is a leader. Matt Ryan is a former MVP, and in that Super Bowl when they lost to to the Patriots, it wasn't his fault. People want to say, "Oh, he blew it." No, it was the team around him, man. You know, and and he made like, Julio Jones and Tony Gonzalez. I mean, Tony Gonzalez was already a Hall of Famer before he went to Atlanta, but like he just Matt Ryan just stamped his ticket to just stamped this ticket even more to Canton. So Matt Ryan is one of those guys where he's going to give you respect when you walk. You're going to give him respect when he walks in the building. He's a hard worker. And like I said, I'm excited that he's our quarterback. So he's on a 2-year deal. And if it doesn't work out, you can move on from next season and go up and get your future guy. But I think Matt Ryan is going to be our quarterback for at least 2 more seasons. So anyway, and I mean Brandon Faxon and Rodney McLeod were also a couple of more signings that Ballard did. Not big names. Oh, and guess what? Yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Jim Irsay sent out a plane to fly Stephon Gilmore. Yep, the All-Pro, Pro Bowl corner. Flew him in, give him a tour of the facility, meet with him and stuff like that. And I believe they're going to sign him, man. Their reports indicate that they're going to go all in for Stephon Gilmore, which they should. And I've watched them on tape last season. He had a lot. I think he has a lot left. I know he has a lot left. And he's going to play a lot of press men because Gus Bradley said he wanted to play a lot of press men in our defensive scheme. So he's a perfect fit, and he's going to give our defense. He's going to allow our defensive ends to really, really, really get off. And this allows Ballard to go all offense in the draft, which I think he should do anyway. But I have a feeling Stephon Gilmore before the end of this week or next week is going to be in Indianapolis Colts. It's inevitable. The Ballard has to get this done, man. He has to sign this guy, man, because our cornerbacks, like Xavier Rhodes, was hurt last season. I mean, the only knock on Stephon Gilmore is he's older. He's an older quarterback. I think he's 31 now, and he's a little bit older. He's had some injury concerns. But if he stays healthy, man, this guy. I mean, he came back from injury and still was a top 5 corner. Let's go to PFF and see what they graded him last year, because he's still graded 77.1. He missed like a couple of games last season. He still had 2 interceptions, 15 solo tackles. Where he only allowed 15 receptions. He still had a 77.1 grade. I mean, he still was a top 5 corner, and that's what this team needs, is a top 5 corner. So, yeah, I think the Colts are easily going to win the division. I'm going to say about 2 or 3 games. I know the Titans are the Titans and stuff like that, but nobody in the AFC South is on our level. Nobody, even the Titans defense is not better than ours. Stephon Gilmore is going to make us a top 3 defense. It's just inevitable that Ballard signs him. So I'm going to go get into the off season later. But I mean, I already covered most of it. But my focus is right now. I mean, on this live video is the draft. So I'm going to. Here's the draft on PFF. Now I've been using the mock draft simulator, like on the draft network. I used that for the past couple of years, and I don't know what that draft was, that draft simulator I used prior to that. I really don't remember, but it was one that you have to pay for that I used before the draft network. In the draft network, you have to pay a premium. No, this one is for free. I'm doing all 7 rounds, and you get to pick which team you own. You want to do all teams. So I'm gonna just focus on the Colts for right now. So I have PFF's mock draft simulator up here. So I'm going to see. No, I do not want to select all. So I'm gonna go slow because I want to see who all the other teams pick, but I'm really focused on the Colts. So I have this up here ready, and yes, so I'm going to start this draft now, guys. So pull up a chair, and let's do this. So I'm gonna hit enter draft. So okay, so here are my picks. Here are my picks for next year and for 2024. Um, okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start draft now. Now I might do trade backs. Aiden Hutchinson to the Jaguars, Kyle Hamilton to the. Well, that's Ahmad Garner too. I like Ahmad Garner. I think he's going to be a great pro. Derek Stingley, Trayvon Walker. People think Trayvon Walker is going to the Jaguars at one. That would be the Jaguar thing to do, to pass on Aiden Hutchinson. Malik Willis to the Redskins. I can imagine. I can see why that would be the case, because I don't. Come on, I said the Redskins. I'm saying the Commanders. I'm sorry, the Commanders. The Commanders, they're not going to have Carson Wentz for long. They're not. So Devontae Wyatt, who's the Steelers get? The Kobe Dean. That's a good pick for them. The Kobe Dean is a solid pick for the Raiders. I'm not for the Raiders, for the Steelers. That's a very solid pick for them. Trevor Penning to Dallas. Wow. Bernard Raymond to the Bucks. Kenyon Green to the Packers. Traylon Burks to the. Wow, that's a good pick. Daxon Hill. David Njoku. And Kenny Pickett. Okay, now here's the second round. We're in the second round. So Arnold at BD, whatever. Sam Howell to the Jets. They don't believe. Wow, that is a great pick. Jalen Petrie, Jerome Brister, Desmond Ritter to the Seahawks. That's a solid pick for them. Now George Pickens. Now here we go. So somebody is offering me a trade. So who's offering me a trade? So let me see who's on the board here at Fort. No, I don't want to. So where's the? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see who's on the board here at wide receiver that I can pick. You got Jahan Dotson is at 4. Jahan Dotson is on the board here. Jalen Tolbert is on the board. Christian Bronson is on the board. Wow, this is a lot. Maybe I can trade back and still get one of these guys if I trade back. Let me see who's going to trade. So we'll see. Excuse me, guys. This is my first time doing this on PFF. Trade. Okay, so they're offering me 53, and so they're offering me 53. So I should, well, cause look at these guys that need wide receivers. I don't think none of these guys will be there. I don't think I want to trade back because most of these guys like Tolbert and Christian Watson will all be gone. So let's see. Browns need a wide receiver. Bears need, yeah, there's four, like, you know, wide receivers that could be going there. So I'm not going to do any trade back here. See, it's gotta be a wide receiver that I could get here. You got Justin Ross, Jahan Dotson, man. It's hard. It's hard to pass on Jahan Dotson. Christian Watson, I know most people are high on, but I don't know. It's something about Christian Watson. It's just like, I mean, he ran. Let's see what he does. People are saying he's a third round pick. Like, and I mean, I'm really not sold on him or like that. I mean, he's good. He's fast for a bit. He's 6'4". He's the same size as, like, you know, Michael Pittman. Because Michael Pittman is 6'4", but I'm not really sold on Christian Watson now. I mean, I would like if we got him, like, but he would have to really work on his route running. You know, his route running is really something that needs to be worked on, but he's a guy that's really good. That's really good, but he just has to work on some stuff. So, um, I mean, let's see here. You got all these guys here. That's Khalil, Alec Pierce. But I mean, yeah, let's see. If I can trade back, so I would want something else if I want to trade with the, let's see, 53. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to draft Jahan Dotson right here because I don't think I want to do any of those silly ass trades. You know that Jahan Dotson is for me is the pick right here. You know, this guy is a senior. You know, he only dropped two of his targets. He doesn't drop targets. You know, there's his PFF grade for 2001. Um, you know, I mean, it's just something about John Dotson. He's only 5'11". He could be that our next T.Y. Hilton. He really can. And you could put him on the slot. Excuse me, you could put him in a slot. You could put him on the outside. He can work. You know, it says Deshaun Dotson is one of the most difficult receivers to cover in this draft because you can play him on the outside or the inside or the slot. Like I said, he seems like he's versatile. So I'm going to draft him now because I think he's a perfect fit in this offense. And imagine like Matt Ryan throwing to him and throwing to Pittman. You have to cover that, and you have to worry about JT in the backfield. This is the pick right here, and I'm going to get the draft right here. So I'm gonna draft Jahan Dotson right here. So, and that's a great pick right there. So Roger McCreary, that's a great pick. John, Christian Watson still isn't off the board. Well, There he is to the Packers. Yeah. I mean, I could have traded back and got Christian Watson for, but I think John Dodson is a more polished route runner than Christian Watson is. So I'm doing this draft based on if we get Stephon Gilmore, because I know we're going to get Stephon Gilmore. I'm going to probably go tackle here. And with this next pick, because I think we need to solve that tackle. I think we need to solve that tackle problem. So I'm doing, yeah, like I told you, I'm doing this draft based on if, okay, Nicholas Petit Fier is gone. So what tackles are still available here? Let's see here, which offensive. So we got Kellen Dashich. We got, we got some guys here that can be tackled, but I don't see anybody that really stands out. Let me see. But I think this guy has to put on some more weight. I'm just gonna research this guy and see how he. No, that's not who I want. Hold on, Kellen Deich. I don't know if you pronounce that Deich or Deich. I'm sure it's Deich. But this guy is 6'7", 301 pounds. It says he's a backup, and he's a potential backup. But let me just see this guy, some highlights of this guy, because I don't really follow Pac-12 sports all like that, but I mean the guy has a great technique. I mean, he is. Let's see. He's a little bit quicker in out in space than people give him credit for. I'd say that. Think he would have to put on some more weight. Because he's only 301. He would have to really put on some more weight. And he allowed the sack right there. Yeah, that wasn't a great technique right there. When they come off the edge, you're supposed to set your feet quickly. When they come off the edge, when those speedy edge rushers come off the edge. And you see his technique, he went on the outside. And now on that play, see, there's a good technique right there. Yeah, I mean he's all right. I don't know, it's not because we need him a run block too, And there's somebody said, I hope Chris Ballard drafts him to the Colts, third round. I mean, it's yeah. Do you wanna? Man, I'm torn. Like, you see the tape. He does have some skill, but I mean, and our pass protection was really bad last year. It was bad. Our run blocking was better than our pass blocking, but I mean, I don't know. Like, he would definitely would have to put on some weight. You know, put on a few. But I say six. He's listed at 6'7", but if he's like 6'7", 310, 315, 320, that's an average weight for lost left tackle. You know, but I mean, you know, it's something that he was highly graded, and the Pac-12 is a great conference, so it's a great conference to you know. Oh, there's goes my video right there. It's a great conference, but I don't know if you know, yeah, you could see he looks like slender, like really. Let's see what this guy has to say about him. This guy is, yeah, he's saying the same thing I did about Kellen Dice. He has to get stronger. Like 301 pounds won't cut it. Like it just won't cut it in the NFL. You know, he has to be between at least 315, 320, that range. Maybe 325, who knows? But he has to get stronger. Now, I mean, he could, like he just said, he could deal with like speedy edge rushers. Like if he was a guard dealing with like 300 and like 50 pound, 340 pound D tackles, I wouldn't be concerned. But if he's dealing with like speedy like edge rushers, I mean, I guess 301. Well, 301 still wouldn't be a good amount, a good enough weight in my opinion. He has to get up there and weight. That being said, I think if he doesn't do it, Matt Pryor would be the um the starting left tackle going into the next season. But I mean, if Matt Pryor, I mean, or he can easily compete when Matt Pryor for the left tackle job. He can easily you know, compete with him for the you know, the job. But I don't think I want to get one right here because it's not because I don't like him, maybe because I can get him in probably. I mean, we need a tackle though. Excuse me, we need a tackle. So, and you see his annual average draft position is 93. Um, and we need a tackle, you know, to compete with you know, with Matt Pryor. So I'm thinking we should just go in there because you see who, like, you know, goes off the board. Let's see who goes off the board. 6'8". Look at Matt Wazelko. Actually, let me see. Let me take a look at Matt Watelko because well, I don't even think that's how you pronounce it. But take a look at this kid and see what he does. Oh my goodness. Wow. This guy looks amazing as wow as a and he's huge too. Like wow. See, I didn't know his senior, but I didn't even watch the Senior Bowl. But oh man, yeah. You imagine this guy next to Quentin Nelson. Shit. Oh, he got leveled right there. Yeah, he's this dude is raw and rugged. He reminds me of Quentin Nelson, like as far as being being physical like that. Yeah, look at that. I think you can get this guy in the later rounds. Think you can get this guy in the fourth round if he's there. He should be there in the fourth round. Yeah, and he moves quickly too. Yeah, he's got some good. He got some rugged rawness to him. So I don't think I want to mess with Kellen Dyche. Let's go. I think that's how. Let's go. I think that's my pick in the later rounds. I'm not going to mess with any tackle right now, but I am going to go to tight ends because we need a tight end. So let's go to tight end and see who's on the board here. No, not tackle, tight end. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I have to clear that out. So here we got Greg Dulich. This guy had a great combine. He's 6'4", 243. I think he ran a good 40 time. I think. Let me go see what he ran. Yeah, he ran a 4.69 at the combine. Um, he's 6'4", 250. Um, maybe I mean, I don't know. He had a good combine, but let me just see some tape on Mr. Dulcich here and see what's going on. Because we have Mo Alley Cox to block, because Frank does love two tight end sets. So we got Mo Alley Cox to block, but this guy is as you can see, he can catch some great balls. Like his contested catches are off the charts. And he's fast too. Look at that, man. I'm not saying he's George Kittle or George Kittle. I'm not saying he's George Kittle, but he kind of reminds me of how he can get separation of George Kittle. I'm not saying he's going to be George Kittle, but he reminds me of how. Like, I see, look at that. You know how George Kittle gets separation when he goes down, he can stretch the field. You know, like look at that right there. I have to draft this guy. This guy is just. I know this is a mock, but the Colts have to draft this guy. I mean, he looks like a complete tight end, so I'm going to draft Greg Dulcich right here at 73. So my picks are for, I think, well, my picks so far are Jahan Dotson and Greg Dulcich. Um, which I think are good picks. I wanted to draft Christian Watson, but I just don't think. I think Jahan Dotson is a much more polished receiver right now than Christian Watson. That's my opinion. So, guys, you will be able to watch this draft if you haven't joined me for it. So, let's see. Is Matt with Let's Go still on this board? Really can. See, the only difference is it doesn't tell you who's still on this board. Max Mitchell is off the board. I think I haven't seen them. Here's somebody drafted Carson Strong. Here's Zach Thomas off the board. So we're in the fourth round. I'm thinking about taking that Matt, but let's go if he's still on the board. Kellen Dice is in the fourth round. Come on, let Matt, but let's go. Still be on the board, please, 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 please. Let him still be on the board. I'm not going defense in this draft. I'm just going. Well, I might go one defensive player. So here we got. Let's see. Is what Let's Go still on this board? Let's see. Where is the offensive tackle? Yep, there he's still on the board, but his he's ranked 118. His average draft position is 129. So we're in the 120. So it would be good if I take him right here because I think he has a lot of upside. I mean, he might not come in and start right away, or he might come like I told y'all before. I think somebody is going to compete with you know so Matt Pryor, yeah, there you go. Thinking of two different things, 100 different things on Matt Pryor. I don't think that Ballard, when he met, he said he's going to get an opportunity to compete for the starting job. He didn't say I'm gonna give the job to Matt Pryor. I think this kid could come in and compete with Matt Pryor, probably elevate him. Because competition elevates competition. So Matt Let's Go is going to come in and compete, and I wouldn't be surprised if Let's Go if he becomes our starting left tackle. So I'm going to draft him right here at pick 122 in the fourth round. So my next pick is going to be a safety because Corey Willis can't stay on the field. He gets hurt too often, and Blackman is coming off a major injury. I said I wasn't going to go defense, but I have to. Um, So that's what I'm going to get with my a pick 159. I'm going to draft the safety to see what safeties are on the board here. And Matt Ryan is durable, so I'm not going to draft a quarterback like a rookie quarterback. I'm just not just laying around. I'm not going to do that because like Matt Ryan doesn't miss games, and our offensive line is going to be better than it was last year of protecting him. Granted, Carson Wentz was a bonehead, but I feel our offensive line, especially Eric Fisher, could have protected him better. But like I said, it was mostly Carson Wentz and his boneheaded decisions, you know. But our offensive line wasn't good in pass protection either. So we got Cordell Flott is there at cornerback, but I want a safety because I think if Ballard signs Gilmore, I think we're set at corner. But like I said, Ballard loves competition. So, but I'm going to go with safety. Matter of fact, what corners are still available here? Cordell Flott is still here. Let me see. He's 6'1", 175. See what safeties are available here. Leon O'Neal Jr. Just check Leon O'Neal Jr. Yeah, he seems like he's more of a linebacker than a safety. He looks like he's built. Yeah, he's huge. He looks like an off-ball like linebacker than a safety. I don't know why he's listed as a safety, but maybe he can play multiple positions though. He looks like he's very versatile and he can tackle too. Wow, that was a hit right there, man. Yeah, he looks good though. He looks good, but can he be a guy? I mean, with a fifth round pick, I mean, like I said, we like, he would be a great addition to our secondary. He's 6'1" and 210. at 35, but he didn't run any 40. It says a candidate for the practice squad, but I mean, yeah, we if we gonna draft a safety, he has to be in, like, he has to be ready to come in, like, to be a backup, not a practice squad guy. See, Smoke Monday, Percy Butler or Yusuf Corker. Percy Butler. Maybe I can just keep going offense here because, like I said, and plus Paris Campbell never stays healthy, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to go with another wide receiver here because I really don't see any, like, I don't see any safeties that I'm interested in. Let's see what wide receivers available here that I could get. Bo Melton, Reggie Robertson Jr. is there. Josh Johnson out of Tulsa. Let's see who's, but he's another just a small receiver. Let's see, yeah, you know, Ontario Drummond. Gosh, you really can't rely on Paris Campbell to stay healthy. He hasn't been able to stay healthy at all, and we need all the receivers that we can get. So Ontario Drummond is my pick here. I think he's a guy that just in case Paris Campbell, and he's going to be given every opportunity to make this team. Because, like I said, Paris Campbell does not really stay healthy, and we need somebody that can stay on the field. So I'm loving my draft so far. So I've got two wide receivers, I've got a tight end, and I've got a tackle. So I mainly went all offense here. So the last three picks, I'm going to go with defense. See if I can get any defensive guys with these last three picks. I'll be doing so this is my mock draft 1.0. My next mock draft will be next Thursday on the 21st of April. And then of last week leading up to the draft, I'm going to do a mock draft 3.0, which is going to be on the 24th, which is Sunday, April 24th. So that'll be the Sunday before the NFL draft. So I'm on the clock here. So Flott is still on the board here. So I'm going to go with Cordell Flott here because we need cornerback depth. Okay, so if he's still on the board, then why not draft him here? So Cordell Flott is on my board at 179. So I have two more picks left. So I'm trying to get a linebacker, some linebacker depth, and probably a safety. Because I think Yeah, we need more safety. Yeah, we need some safety depth. So I think I did a man. If I know I did a great job getting this in this draft here. So yeah, 216 and two. So I didn't do any trade backs in this draft. Maybe next draft, my mock draft 2.0, I'll do some trade backs. If not, probably 3.0. I know some people be like, "Why you didn't draft Jelani Woods?" Hey, I like Jelani Woods, but he's good. He's fast, but he's not fast as Dulcich. And I think Dulcich is a better route runner than than um did Jelani Woods. And I think like three tight ends. Like if we get Dulcich and if there's some sets that Frank wants to put three tight ends on the field, that's fine. You know. So we got Derek. We don't need another tight end. We got three tight ends. Okay, so I'm going to see if we get Percy Butler. What about some interior defensive linemen? Let's see. We need D linemen orders. Any defensive linemen we got on here? We can get DJ Dale is there. Let's see, DJ Dale. That's we need that depth on the defensive line too, because we lost Taylor Starworth to free agency as well. Um, so I'm going to get a DJ Dale here at 230. Yeah, I'm 216. So I'm gonna get DJ Dale here, and he kind of looks like Starworth too. And I think we got safety. We got safety depth now because he sound Bradley signed McLeod, so I don't think we're going to go safety in this draft. But I'm going to try to get a safety with this last pick if I see somebody on the board I like. But if not, then I'll go linebacker. But I think we got all the safety help. We can, we got safety depth. McLeod is going to not going to cook. McLeod is going to come in and not start because I'm guessing Blackman will be available by training camp or probably not mini camp or probably training camp or mini OTAs. Who knows? He's coming along in this surgery. I think he's fully healed right now, or he's almost fully healed. So let's see. So 240. Let's see what linebackers available here. Nate Landman. Here's here. Guys, you gotta understand. Bobby Okereke is a pending unrestricted free agent. And this Nate Landman, he's probably not going. He's probably going to be on a practice squad. But if he makes the team, that's good. But You know, that's if I even draft Nate Landman. He's 6'3", 238. He's a senior. His look at his 66th grade. It's all right. It's really not, you know, Darian Butler. Sony, and it's Josh Ross, Baylor Spector. Damn, none of these linebackers. Jeremiah Gramble. Let's see what else. Think we got enough linebacker depth. Any good quarterbacks here? E.J. Perry, Scholar, Thomas Gadcombe, Caleb Iglaby, Dustin Crum, Brock Purdy. Most of these guys are going to go undrafted. Skylar Thompson. Check Scott, because I could draft a quarter, but he'll probably be our third stringer. He did play at Kansas State. Well, that arm is really good. His arm is spectacular. Look how he just threw that in there. And this is against a great LSU defense. Look at he threw it in. Three defenders are by him. I mean, in that vicinity with that receiver. He has speed, too. Yeah, I think I'm going to draft this guy because he could be our third stringer. Or he could compete with he could compete for the second stringer with you know. So yeah, Skylar Thompson here. So that's my draft. So it's going to tell me my draft picks coming up. So thank you guys for joining me with this mock draft. Just heads up, my first pick at 42 was Jahan Dotson out of Penn State. You know, I took him over Christian Watson because I think Jahan Dotson is a much more polished receiver than Christian Watson. So this is my Colts mock draft, and I wish they had something to tell me what my picks were. That's only on the mock draft, excuse me, the draft network that they tell you that. It has been almost an hour. I've been streaming live. I mean, I've never done. Yeah, boy, I usually stream live. I usually stream this long on when I'm playing PS5, so I'm used to it. So let's see what they grade my draft. So, oops. So they gave me an A for Jahan Johnson, which is good. Greg Dortches, they gave me a D plus, which why I don't know. But some of these, like Matt Willetsko was a C plus, D'Antonio Drummond was a D minus. But I think I did pretty damn good on this draft, given that this is my first time using a PFF mock draft. Like I told y'all, I usually use the draft network. But yeah, these guys, you know, and I got Skylar Thompson as a backup in round 7. Um, so for this is for the Colts. So yeah, Greg Dulcich. People are not high on Dulcich, or maybe because I drafted him too early. Um, Maybe that's why they gave me a D plus. But I think Dulcich is going to be a good tight end in the NFL. Probably a Pro Bowl tight end. Probably too early to say he'll be a All Pro, but he'll be a Pro Bowl tight end. Matt Walensko, 6'8", 320. A guy he pancakes people like Quentin Nelson. So I was go get Dice out of Arizona State, but I just didn't like the weight of him. I just think Matt Walensko was a more physical tackle. He could come in, compete with Matt Pryor for that left tackle position. Like I said, Jahan Dotson, that was my pick at 42. I think he fits this offensive scheme, and Frank Reich is going to love this kid. Datorio Drummond, I picked in round 5 because Paris Campbell, you really cannot say if Paris Campbell will stay healthy a full season. You just cannot say that. So I picked Datorio Drummond in round 5. Cordell Flott in round 6, more cornerback depth because I do believe we're going to sign Stephon Gilmore. It's a matter of when and how much, but I think they're going to give him what he wants because I think Irsay is stepping in with some of these decisions now of the money spending because this guy said he wants to win. And people, I mean, I'm a Ballard apologist. I like Chris Ballard, but people been saying he doesn't spend. I think Ballard Ursay is stepping in and going to make sure that we get Stephon Gilmore, DJ Dale. I got out of Alabama, which we need another defensive lineman because we lost Taylor Starworth in free agency. So I got DJ Dale. Skylar Thompson, quarterback. He can be our 3rd string quarterback. You know, maybe he'll be our starting quarterback one day, but he's a 7th round pick, so I doubt it. So on my draft grade is a B plus. I think I did pretty good as far as this first PFF mock simulator goes. I didn't do any trade backs. Maybe next time I got 2 more drafts to do after this. 2.0, which is on the 21st April, which is next Thursday, and on the 24th, which is going to be my 3.0 on the 24th, and that's a Sunday before the draft. So once again, here are my draft picks. Round 2, pick 42, I selected Jahan Dotson, wide receiver out of Penn State. Round 3, pick 73, I picked tight end Greg Dulcich out of UCLA. Round 4, pick 122, I picked Matt Walensko out of North Dakota, tackle out of North Dakota. Round 5, Jatorio Drummond out of Ole Miss. Round 5, 179, I picked Cordell Flott out of LSU. Round 6, defensive lineman G.J. Dill out of Alabama. And round 7, quarterback Skylar Thompson out of Kansas State. So, yes, I think, I know I did pretty good at this draft. But next time, like I said, I'm going to manipulate some things, do some trades, probably get some more picks. But, yeah. Okay, guys, like I said, thank you for joining me. This was my first time doing PFF's mock draft simulator. And like I said, I appreciate all my subscribers, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Once again, let's go Colts. Happy draft day, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.